Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. This is the YouTube channel that will bring Chelsea fans the latest news of the club in our hearts. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Andre Santos' early exit in Forest draw with Brentford explained. Chelsea loanee Santos was seen heading down the City Ground tunnel before the Reds' 1-1 draw with Brentford had finished, at a point when all 5 substitutions had already been made. He had been on the bench but did not get on the pitch and is still waiting to make his Premier League debut for Forest. Cooper had been considering bringing the Brazilian on against the Bees. But the fact the 19-year-old was feeling unwell and the hosts were down to 10 men after Moussa Niakate had been sent off affected his thinking. "I spoke to him about that," the Welshman said of Santos departing early on Sunday. "It's not something which normally happens, because you've still got a concussion sub which you can make as well. He was feeling his stomach, and he had said that was the case at half-time. There's a bit of that going round amongst the group, myself included. It was a game where, as it was going on, I thought it could be one where he could come on, but with him not feeling well and the red card, it went against him. We'll see going forward. He's a really good boy. He's got a really good attitude. He's very happy and smiley. It wasn't a strop. I don't think he's got a strop in him." Santos has made 1 appearance for the Reds so far since making the move from Stamford Bridge. He played almost the full 90 minutes in the Carabao Cup defeat to Burnley at the end of August. And he has twice been an unused substitute in the league. Reece James rejoins Chelsea training. Chelsea were back out on the training ground yesterday, Thursday, to begin preparations for Saturday's trip to Burnley, and among those making a most welcome appearance was Reece James. It's unclear if he was a full participant just yet, with the official website only reporting that he returned to the grass as he continues his recovery from injury. Generally, players coming back from long-term injuries don't become full participants on their first day back outside, with inside being synonymous with just rehab work, be that strength or conditioning. James has been out since the 76th minute of our first match of the season, but has managed to get himself suspended for this weekend's match anyway by saying some mean things to a referee. Thankfully, his ban from the FA is only for this one match, so he should be able to get back into real action in a couple weeks, once we reconvene after the international break. It is with the 3 Lions that perhaps the biggest positive of the week will come for Pochettino. He has only seen Levi, Colwill and Conor Gallagher called up for action as Raheem Sterling is once more omitted from Gareth Southgate's squad whilst James is evidently not deemed ready. The pair have been mainstays in Pochettino's team even if they have been played out of position and in unfamiliar roles. Both have started every game this term and have made themselves indispensable and undroppable for the Argentine. There is little doubt that come Burnley and eventually Arsenal the same will very much be true. Pochettino has his own Phil Foden. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino may be thanking the club for doing some business behind his back after securing the signing of Cole Palmer late in the transfer window. The Blues paid around £40 million up front to sign the attacker from Manchester City, a deal that left many people surprised given the expedited nature of the deal and Palmer's eventual breakthrough into the first team. And now, Pochettino will be grateful the club's transfer chiefs pulled off what could prove to be a bargain deal in the future. When Palmer was announced as a new signing late in the transfer window, Pochettino made it clear from the outset that this was not a deal he could take credit for, or lambasted for if it went wrong. Instead, he revealed that the club's sporting directors, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, had made the decision to bring in Palmer. "I think the sporting director and the owner of course, but the sporting director, it was his idea to add him, Palmer, to the squad," Pochettino told reporters at a news conference in September. "I think he's fit for the project. Talented player." Of course, Palmer had come highly recommended by City boss Pep Guardiola, who had gradually eased him into the first team despite the array of attacking talent at the Etihad. After impressing on his debut at the age of 18 nearly 3 years ago, Guardiola's comparison to Phil Foden made sense given their wand of a left foot and ease at dribbling past opponents. And his goal against Arsenal in the Community Shield in August did nothing to prove that was unrealistic now that he has developed even more. Even if Foden is more established, he is an incredible young lad in the training sessions. Since 2 months ago he has showed us a lot of things. He has a good future in this club, he told the club's official website in October 2020. He is a humble guy. He is a guy with incredible finishing, like Phil. Given that he wasn't his signing, Palmer has had to work hard to win over his new boss in his first month, but it hasn't taken long for Chelsea fans to get excited about seeing what he has to offer. And now Pochettino is head over heels with the 21-year-old, who made a huge impression in the 1-0 win over Brighton in the Carabao Cup. His performance caught the eye, so much so that the Argentine was convinced to hand him his full Premier League debut against Fulham last Monday. The 51-year-old boss gushed over his efforts in training in his first month at Cobham, indicating he was ready for the next step up. "I'm so happy with his performance after only a few weeks with us," he said. "He was able to perform very well and fit very well in the team. He is a talented player, young talented player, but I think he is in my mind to start on Monday." It was not a decision Pochettino would end up regretting, as Palmer ran the Cottagers ragged in a supreme first-half performance. Palmer's quick thinking that helped him intercept Tim Ream's careless pass, and he threaded it to Armando Broja, who scored in fortuitous fashion to double their lead and help seal a 2-0 win. Sterling starting versus Burnley. Chelsea travel to Burnley on Saturday afternoon looking to make it 3 consecutive wins across all competitions. The Blues are in Premier League action this weekend at Turf Moor, playing against Burnley in their final game before this month's international break. There's some notable omissions right now at the back with a host of injured players, which is why this defense may pick itself. I'm expecting the same back 5 to start against Burnley, which includes first-choice goalkeeper Robert Sanchez in net again. Marc Cucurella should continue in this unfamiliar right-back position. Meanwhile, Levi Colwill continues to impress on the other side at left-back. That leaves Axel Disasi and Thiago Silva as the starting centre-back partnership once again. Chelsea's midfield dynamic worked superbly well against Fulham, so I can't picture a world in which Pochettino wants to change that. Therefore, I think it'll be Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez as a midfield pivot. They are joined by Conor Gallagher playing just in front of them as a roaming number 10. The first of 2 changes could see £50 million attacker Raheem Sterling replace mudryk on the left wing. This is because the Evening Standard reports that Mudryk is an injury doubt to face Burnley. I think the impressive Cole Palmer will retain his spot on the right. That just leaves the dilemma at striker. My guess is Nicolas Jackson will replace Armando Broja in the weekend starting lineup to complete 2 changes to the side, but this must be a decision that is driving Pochettino's mind crazy. There's not much to split the 2 centre-forwards Jackson and Broja, especially as they both scored on their most recent appearance. I just think the fitness of the players gives Jackson the edge. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.